Love. What is love? Love is the warm embrace of the soul, where hearts intertwine and spirits soar. It's a symphony of understanding, a melody of shared dreams, and the dance of unwavering support. Love is the gentle touch that mends the wound, the unwavering gaze that inspires, and the silent promise that forever endures. It's the sun that warms our days, the moon that guides our night, and the stars that lights our way. Love is the language of the heart, spoken in every smile, every touch, and every silent moment. It is the bond that transcends time and space, the force that moves mountains, and the magic that transforms lives. Hello, you're all welcome to Heart and Harvest. We're still on the theme relationship growth and nurturing. And today we'll be handling planting seeds of love. Let's start by going to the Bible, the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 7, once again. And the Bible said that it says, do not be deceived. Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. It says a man reaps what he sows. Now, this verse informs us that we invest in our relationships, things like love, kindness, patience. Now, when we invest these things, they will grow over time and then eventually give us a harvest. What is love? To me, I defined and simplified love as this. Love is the intentional act of planting yourself permanently in the mind or the heart of another in goodwill. Love is the intentional act of planting yourself permanently in the mind or heart of another in goodwill. Have you ever wondered why love, like a plant, requires constant care to grow and thrive? Let's explore how love and growth are deeply connected in relationships, much like planting and tending a crop. Love is a nurturing commitment that flourishes through care, sacrifice, and understanding, much like a well tended harvest. It's the deliberate act of sowing seeds of trust, respect, and selflessness in order to reap fruits of joy, unity, and purpose in marriages, relationships, and communities. Think of owning a farm land of maize. If you neglect to do the weeding or the watering, those plants will struggle to grow. Listen, relationships are no different. Neglect leads to struggle, but intentional efforts brings joy and fulfillment. I'd like to give you three keys for growing relationships. Number one, sowing trust and respect. Trust and respect are like seeds. They determine the kind of harvest we reap in our relationships. If you sow trust and respect, eventually you will get it back, but in larger measure. Remember, there's a saying that goes that respect is reciprocal. In this case, it will not only come in the measure that you give it, but in higher measure. That is what harvest is all about. You drop a seed, you get more than a seed. Number two, sacrifice and care. Every farmer sacrifices comfort to tend to their crops, just as love demands effort, care, and selflessness. Sometimes, as farmers, we leave home before sunrise and we go into the farm, spend the whole day, and come back in the evening. Not because there are no other things that could have taken the time, but because of the value we place on our crops and our expectation of harvest. If you expect to harvest something beautiful in your relationship, then take time to give to it the sacrifice of time and care that it will need to grow. Number three, reaping joy and unity. When we nurture our relationships, we enjoy the fruits of peace, fruits of joy, and then deeper connection with our spouse or partners. I'd like to ask, what seeds are you sowing in your relationships today? What seeds are you sowing in your marriage? Are you putting in the effort to nurture them? If you are not, then I will encourage you to start today. Let me quickly give you three nuggets on how to start. Number one, practical tips for nurturing relationships. You need practical tips on how to nurture relationships. And for this reason, we have heart and harvest. And so I will encourage you to always come to our channel Go to our page on Facebook, TikTok. Follow us. Hit the notifications so that whenever we post a video, you will see it. In every of our video, we'll be giving you practical tips on how to nurture relationships. That's why we are here for you. And I will encourage you that whatsoever you hear from us, go and put to practice. And then you will thank us later. Secondly, take time to listen and communicate openly. Bring out time, no matter when it is, to communicate as partners. Now you might say you don't know what topic or issues to discuss with your partner. Listen to me. The topic is not what matters. The topic can be as irrelevant as the word. But the important thing is the communication, that the both of you are communicating. That is the key of nurturing your relationship. Third, celebrate small victories. Just like farmers celebrate a good harvest. Every little progress you make, celebrate it. Celebrate it together. Celebrate it on your own sometimes. That will encourage you to take further steps in order to bring about growth in your relationship. Remember, the harvest is always worth the effort. Quickly, Psalm chapter 125, 26, verse 6. It reads, they may weep as they go carrying seeds to sow, but they will return with joyful laughter and shouting with gladness as they bring back armloads of blessing and a harvest overflowing. Sow the seed, you will definitely get the harvest and it will be overflowing. So start sowing love today and watch it grow over time. If this message resonates with you, if it speaks to you, share it and inspire others to nurture their relationships. For more of videos like this, I'd like you to follow us. Follow our page. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok. And you will always get tips that will help you nurture your relationship. And one good you will do for me and every other person out there and for your friends is to share. Share it to them so that they can watch and also be helped mightily with this program. God bless you and thank you for always being there.